Well, welcome to day 3, our last day here together. There's so much to say. It's been a very packed few days, and I just wanted to go into maybe the initial expectation, or if there was any expectation or idea of what would have happened before you all came here, about what you were going to experience or who you were going to meet, or any of these things. This experience may have been a little intense, to say the least. All of the yoga and the connections that we formed with each other, and this merging of group energy that feels very natural. And just this level of comfort, this new level of comfort that we all have with each other, and the ability to connect and share very intimate energy with each other through the yoga and through our words and through the therapies that Kavalya has offered and Alika has offered and Maggie has offered. And so I just wanted to reiterate the power that you've released in your system through all of the yoga and the meditation and just being in the space, quite simply. And just being aware of this as you move back into your regular lives and coming into contact with all of the regular people that you do. And I know it's only 3 days, but a lot can shift in 3 days, and relationships might change, things in your life or perceptions might change, and just letting that happen and not forcing anything right now, and just letting yourself rest. As Merriman was saying, this new moon that's coming in Capricorn on the 13th, it's a great time to reintegrate and rest and set these powerful intentions from a place of clarity and from this neutral mind that we've been developing these past few days. And also, I would highly recommend just having some small practice that you can kind of continue to integrate this in the next few weeks or months, or hopefully carried on. So
daily practice. If you need help figuring that out, let us know.
Yeah.
I'm happy to help you.
Yeah, or see Bridget or myself, and there are things specific for every one of you that we could recommend. And also, we're going to be offering 3 Zoom calls after this session ends, just to kind of help us all connect and maintain a relationship, and we'll have a full class and time to share, so we'll send the links out to every one of you, and I'm looking forward to continue to connect. And in these coming months, where I think I've mentioned to a few of you, we've been working on this platform for the past year or so, in a direct way at least, and so it's in the development phase right now, and will be released the end of February, so we'll keep you all in the loop with that, and hopefully you can share with your friends and family. It would be really special for us to have not just any community, but a community that really has taken the time to come all the way to Arizona and spend 5 days with us. It's into Sedona, Arizona, and spending 5 days here in this very energetically, very, very sensitive field of experience. I'm very, very grateful for all of you that made the journey out here, and love you all. And we'll continue. Kavals has some things to... Oh yes. So late spring, early summer, COVID is still happening right now, so we're not sure about all of the plans this year, but ideally we're going to be hosting another retreat. And obviously all of you will be kept in the loop and pushed an email or text or whatever. But it's going to be more women's and men's-based studies. So we're going to be holding a space of integrating the two, but also having direct teachings for the two groups, directly from Yogi Bhajan's teachings that he left for the men and for the women, and how to transition into your most powerful space, and tips and tricks and very powerful ideas that help to integrate for the male nervous system and the female nervous system, and all of these in-depth experiences that come exclusively to one or the other. And he left very extensive years and years of teachings that, I probably can't cover in my lifetime, the amount of things and teachings that he left for us, but we're going to go through and pick out what feels right and what can help all of us now in this space and time and this evolution that we're going through. Mm-hmm. So I'll hand this over. Oh, maybe I'll just...
Or not. Maybe I'll lean over this way. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, let's see. I'm going to do some logistics, and then we're going to have a closing circle. First, I want to thank our staff. Oh my God. Like, this retreat wouldn't be this without you. I want to say thank you to Miguel and Marisol. Like, their food. Yeah, and acknowledging Yvette and Maggie as well for stepping in. Yeah. Thank you so much. The food was so good. I heard so many good things about it. And it seems that we have just the right amount, so it's perfect. Thank you so much. So, also, Valentino is doing, like, getting authentic feedback from you guys. So if y'all could make a point to just talk to him for 5 minutes, a little film, and get a little, well, this is what I got out of the, he's very good at pulling things out of you. So.
Hey, that's true. I didn't think of that.
For sure. No, it's a good thing. Yeah, it's definitely a good skill, and we appreciate it. He's very loving and easy to talk to. So please talk to Valentino and let him capture your words for posterity. But also, I want to thank Mundo. Woo! He's the director, he's the producer, he does so much.
Oh my God,
yes,
so much.
Yes, so much. Yeah, there we go. Yes. And definitely want to thank Alika. Thank you for bringing your magic. Yes, your magic and all of your teachings and all your wildness and fun and beauty. Thank you so much. And Valentino, thank you for doing all that. Keeping an eye on everything. Thank you so much.
I'm like part-time staff, I feel like.
You're still helpful, and I want to acknowledge that. It's good. Yeah. As good as it gets. But I want everyone.
We could all come over here.
Hi, I'm Cavalia Amrita, as you all know. And wow, what I got out of this weekend has just been a series of miracles. Like, it's just been so heart-opening and a deepening and a renewing of connections that have been really important to me, and meeting new people has been really important, and sharing this work and putting it out there in the world and being seen for who I am, and not hiding. That was my old way of being. Like, oh, don't look over here, I don't know anything. I love sharing. I'm just finding that I really love sharing, and I really love moving from the place of power within me, the power to listen, the power to be of service, the power to just stand in who I know I am and know that I'm completely resourced, and any of you could come to me with anything and I would know what to do. And if I didn't, I would know who to hand it to. So that's, it's been very empowering for me. And I had a few emotional moments where I got to just be with parts of me that were a little overwhelmed and love them and receive the love there. And yeah, it was definitely a weekend where I had to practice what I've been teaching you. All the parts work. I was like, oh, part, hi, how are you doing? And I feel like I've had this opportunity to connect with each one of you individually. If some of you not as deeply as others, but not just because of time. And that's been really meaningful for me. I really enjoy people. I'm finding them very curious and interesting. So thank you for sharing your magic with me and for making the effort to come here. It's like, and some of you came like without even knowing much and have never even done any of this before, and you came just because you love me and you trust me, and I invited you. And that, that's fucking big. That's a big thing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate and hold this as a very sacred opportunity. Oh, but I'm forgetting something. Nihal. I want to thank Nihal for doing this, for holding the vision, for making it happen, for taking fucking risks that I was like, what the fuck are we doing? For just being courageous and trusting your path, sinking into your being, allowing the love in, allowing the challenges to come your way and to enjoy them. And yeah, you've been an amazing partner to do this with, and I really deeply appreciate you. And yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, Annalika, thank you so fucking much for coming here and reconnecting with me. It's really appreciated, deeply. Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
All right. Next.
For time's sake.
Yes, are you going?
I'm going to say something brief, yeah.
Okay.
Well, first of all, just looking at all of you and feeling all of you, I see you as warriors of the light. And I see you as able to hold the largeness of what's happening for other people and as teachers yourselves. For me, this weekend was really stepping into that, and mostly it felt like an expansion, just this initial stage of forming like my first formal retreat and having all of the support surround me so immediately and so presently, without me having to ask for it really. It just kind of came because it needed to come energetically. And so I feel the power of this as being able to be represented in the physical world as well, and not just anymore an internal experience, but something that I will continue to expand and share with bigger and bigger groups of people. And I'm just so grateful that all of you are part of the initial stages of this, and that level of closeness that comes with that, and a remembering that even though some of us just met, we're all very connected. And also, my birthday, it was like maybe one of the first years that I've been so surrounded by so much love in an authentic way. And having you all go around and say what you thought was lovely about me, and also being able to receive that and let myself have that. That's really great for me, and that's been a solid, not a finalization, I don't know what the word is. It solidified my year's experience into a bigger space, into an expansion. So I'll leave it there and pass it.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, first of all, like immense gratitude to all of you. Thank you. Thank you to all of you. Not only for having us, because that was amazing, but for doing this. Because I feel like we've been talking for a while that we need to step into our power as humans, and step into our truth, and to see it and to experience it and to observe it in you guys is very, very, very powerful for me personally. Just confirmation over confirmation, and I've been seeing a lot of magic lately, and this is just more magic that unveils. So thank you for that. Meeting you guys was magical. all of you guys. And I see a reflection, in so many ways, in different things that come up, on things that I've been going through, that I've seen, or that I need to do, or that I, just understand now. And you guys being open and sharing like that, it enables that. So thank you for showing your playfulness, but also the work and the practice that we're doing. That is seems a serious practice, and to me, it just took me back to remembering that we have to do the practice, right? We have to step into that and continue to do it daily, and the magic just unveils after that if we do the work. It just happens. So I just have a lot of gratitude for all of this, for meeting you guys and for being here. It was very special, and I feel like anything we can do to expand and help you guys expand even more, or grow your platforms, or whatever needs to be done, I think that it needs to happen. I think that we all need to do that. We all here are very powerful, and we need to see that and step into that and magnify that with each other. That's what I feel. So thank you for that.
Satnam, thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for allowing me to share space with you guys, and girls, and women, ladies and gentlemen. You are all part of new faces in my life. I have taken a new path in my spiritual journey, and I want to thank everybody for just being open, being vulnerable, learning your stories. I'm curious like Cavalli. I like to learn more about people, and there's a lot of strength and courage when there's that exchange and learning about people and knowing their paths. And we never know how we're motivating people or inspiring them until we start to tell our stories. I've been inspired by many stories that are here, meeting new connections. This is part of my new connections. Went through a path of solitude, and coming out of this path and meeting my new family type people, my spiritual family. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for all the wonderful techniques I've been learning. I don't know much about the Kundalini.
You know a lot.
Well, I'm learning a lot.
No, but I'm saying your stories that you know are very powerful and can be applied to a lot of these practices. So I just want you to know that.
Thank you. I've had to absorb so much. So
I know.
And
So
from
just
you
what-
too.
yeah,
The
no.
astrology part was very exciting.
No, your knowledge about, we'll talk about it, but very powerful.
Appreciate that. Thank you, and I want to just thank Cavalia personally for just taking a personal interest in bringing me here and encouraging me to go down this path. It probably wouldn't be something I would have initiated on my own, so I would never been here without you to just kind of pulling those strings at my heart, and you've been doing that since day one. I appreciate you. It's only been like 6 months, and Nihal, thank you so much. This is a big thing, this retreat, this vision that you guys had and put together, and bringing this guy here. He's awesome to bring out that energy and that right. We're all looking forward to this morning. And all of us showed up. We came, or most of us, right? But thank you, Nihal, and thank you for opening up and sharing your story too. That was motivating. Thank you.
Right, Rika. That's you.
God, where do I start? Keep it concise.
On topic.
One step.
That's it. I'm just so grateful to be here. Grateful to come back to love with you guys. I guess the love never went away. I just had a little break. I think for me personally, I got a lot of this personally because going through my own breakup and letting go of some relationship that I had for a long time, and it was really nice to feel supported by the group around that, and also being supported into sharing my gift and stepping more into that role of teaching in the group, because I kind of got away from that, and I was doing that just like one-on-one for so long, and it's like I like the group energy, but it's like the right energy. Like this group is really, I've talked to a lot of groups, and a lot of them, like, I can come off too much, and it's not received well. And then that is kind of off-putting for me, like, I don't want to do that then, because, and I felt really well received here, which is really nice. So So yeah, I just like the realness of this group. Really real, really open. Not a lot of sense of like sometimes when you, I mean, in my experience, when you're working with people that come to you with a lot of stuff, it's hard to take in new stuff because you think you know everything already. I mean, myself included, I've been in these places, so it's like the openness is so amazing of where you guys are all at on this journey. And it's really nourishing for my soul to be around all of you guys, and the whole just this vision of doing it is just very inspiring. And I love how you're creating this and creating this space for everyone to share their and stand in their power, like you were talking about, and share their gifts with the world. And that's all. I feel like that's what we're all here to do, just to just create a safe space for us to just share our love and our light in the world. So yeah, just many gratitude. I'm just so grateful to be here and looking forward to many more.
Bridgie.
So I have on record, off record.
This is
Oh, that's good.
On record. Thank you so much. I think I also just want to say Atma. What does Atma mean?
The soul.
High soul.
High soul.
High soul. So I think names are very important, whether it's a given name, something that was given to you, your birth name, you decided to change your name. Listen, be aware of those names. Be aware of symbols, beware of signs, beware of how things are spoken to you. Open up your ears. But Atma is high soul. So if you're in this circle, whatever thing this is right now, you're in this, it's because you have a high soul incarnation. There's a reason why it's called Atma Yoga. Okay? So I'm just saying that to kind of second some of this, and this is what you're doing. This is kind of on record, off record. But it's opening up that space. So that name is a very powerful name, and there's a reason why you have been given that name, So it's to call in those high souls. So this is also, I think, what you were just noticing on a very intuitive level, because you were a very, very powerful masculine teacher.
That integrated.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. So in that, I just want everyone to be aware that this is also about, it's you. It's Y-O-U. So there's a U in you, and the U is the universe, right? So I think you have to remember the Atma, the soul. Soul, if we think of it as a plant, sorry, this is probably over 2 minutes. So you think the
No, you're
plant,
good.
the soul is a seed, right? You have a sacred seed inside of you. You have a high seed inside of you. So you're a very high seed. Whatever that, it's going to mean something different for all of you. You know it. You're remembering it, okay? You're remembering it, and it's yours forever. And sometimes we forget. So it's to call in that soul. And then the soul goes, if you have a seed, you need to do some things for the seed. This one can tell you about that. I can tell you about that. What do you need to grow a seed? You probably all know intuitively. You learn this when you're very little. Everything you know. But you knew it when you were very, very little. I'm not wise. I'm young. That's wise. Okay? That's in all of you. Thanks. Yeah. My pleasure. Thank you.
Okay. timing.
My turn. You won't have to time me because it'll be very fast.
You sure?
No, absolutely. It's I mean, I think I've shared some of my story, and I'm just so thankful to be here. In part, like, we need a voice, Nihal, and I knew from very young that there was something more for me. I was very impatient through my life trying to find it and finding it in all the wrong places. And when I met Kavalya, I knew there was something there, and it was to bring me to your voice. And I loved it. I was really nervous about coming here, not sure. I had nothing to know about this, but I knew it was real, and I knew I needed to come. And I saw a lot of myself in everyone. I saw a lot of what I didn't want to see in myself and everyone too, and that was real. And that's important because those were amazing lessons. The practice is huge. I would have bailed on day one if it wasn't for me. Because I don't do something I don't want to do. And this was real. Huge for me. I will absolutely integrate this in my life. I want to go home and start now. Like I want to start doing this all day long. It was. I don't even know how to explain, but finding myself, finding the path to finding myself, finding how to use my experiences for my purpose. Thank you for sharing that. That was meaningful. The breath work, the activities, the nurturing food, how to incorporate that into my healing. Breaking down the body, learning how to not hold things in ourselves that don't belong. That's huge. I would have not have learned that if I didn't meet you. But maybe I would have found you eventually. But I want to continue to stay connected. You guys are a beautiful community. I had no idea how much love I was going to be able to feel in one room. That's massive. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, sir.
Alright, so I take away a lot of things, but I'm gonna try just to focus on one. This is good actually. So like I've always struggled with jealousy, and then in this retreat I have to battle, I guess, my mind or that conditioning, and the person that helped me do that was Alika, because basically Alika is like I saw all my repressed aspects. Yeah, like for example, like I don't know, like that day that you were in the kitchen hanging out with us, it was like just to see you, the way you manage yourself, the confidence, and I know your DACA background, all your experience in the area of relationships and sex, and then on top of that is like your self-care. It's like I've always wanted to embrace all those aspects, but somehow this I understood in childhood is like by repressing all that I gain attention from my mother. So now that I have the awareness, it's like I want to cultivate those aspects, and then I realize the way I do it because I choose to, for example, not have fun, or just the fact that I came to this retreat to make food for everyone, not knowing what I was getting myself into. It was subconsciously I'm choosing work over fun or joy or self. So that was really helpful to me, just to see all that. I didn't like it at the beginning. but now, so and then I didn't know how to interact with you, right? Because I had all these suppressed aspects inside of me. It's like, how the fuck am I supposed to connect with this dude that is the opposite of me?
Wow, that makes sense. Because I was like trying to connect with you, and I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, but it was like an internal battle.
Oh,
And then
okay.
like last night, I kind of, I said, okay, fuck it. So I went deep and I understood everything. And yeah, so thank you for showing me that. And I mean, and then I take away some extra pounds because I didn't bring my green powders. Kind of
Literally,
went off
extra
the
pounds.
diet. No, also like well, okay, this is the last one. And then I take away what Marianne she showed me the type of relationships that I would thrive on. It's deep, so few and deep relationships, and that makes total sense. And then it's like that's
Wow. Thank you. Beautiful, man.
Satnam. Marisol.
Yeah. Let's take a breath. Let's take a breath. And release.
Integrating.
Yeah, so much to say. We've done so much here together as a group. It was interesting to see all of our energies come together to merge over the time. It was very interesting in the beginning to see all of us individually, not knowing what to expect, uncertain, the unknown. And it's been really beautiful for me to watch all of you come together and synchronize your energy. So it's been really fun to see all of you. I did a lot of cooking with Miguel. And even so, I was really privileged to get to speak to you one-on-one. Everyone. If I had a chance to be with you, it was very special to me. So, we've done some really deep healing on this retreat. I think on our second day, it was really big. We moved through a lot of old energy and saw a lot of old patterns. Miguel touched on some of his, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. We did tons of healing on this retreat. And we weren't even present at all the workshops, so that's how powerful the energy was at this retreat. Each of you did your part to bring your essence. I can really feel that. Yeah, so I had a lot of fun meeting Merriman as well, going out to the vortexes, eating really delicious food. Thanks for taking the lead on that. So, yeah, I'm also quite tired, so all is well. Thank you.
Satnam.
Let's take another breath.
Okay, so my name is Afsane, but you can call me Nia, as you have said. So it was very beautiful. As you said, we all came not knowing where we are going. But I think for me was my heart was running before me. I was not ready. I had a lot of obstacle at home to keep me there because of the COVID. My daughter is pregnant, so she's very worried. And then she called me at 12 o'clock at night, Mom, I'm running anxiety, oh my God, please don't go. But as I told her that I come here to just, all I know is my heart is telling me that is the right thing to do. And then I learned to just follow it because I cannot not follow it anymore, you know. And it's really always when I follow my heart, I know I'm gonna hit to heaven, really. And then when I came here, as you said, I see now that everybody also didn't know like me where we are coming, and all the energy here, it was like level of love. And it was the seed of our tribe here, I see. This is a tribe just below. It's like a tree just grew in front of my eyes and flourished. We were all close and we opened so to each other. And then I learned a lot from every single person, not even with talking to them, but seeing their action, their, you know, their wisdom and their love and their care, you know. In addition to the teachers that of course I learned a lot. But even not the teaching of Kundalini, that I really understood a lot more about it, because I went through a couple of breakdowns with it. I felt that it is not just the yoga. It just opened the heart, it just takes you another space, and that was really beautiful. It was like ayahuasca again for me here. It was really touched my heart, and it was so beautiful. And I learned that this Kundalini is not like, oh la la, it's just really like it is really deep.
I love that. That's great for the camera.
And the meditation, the tip that you gave, the tool that you gave were really helpful. Really, I didn't know what to do with this negative part of me that sometimes shows up, you know, and I see it, but I don't know what to do with it. But especially the one that you said, see the one that are talking and then talk to them, and then I saw different aspect of me that they are talking, but I never saw them, and for the first time I saw them inside. And then I saw a very good side, like godly side, the one that was in between to tell me, no, you have to do this, and the other one that said, la la la, and then the bad one said, no, you cannot do anything. What do you think you are doing? You have left. And then it was so scary, really. I had to see 4 characters in me. And then you gave me the tool to just how to do it, how to, you know, do this exercise. And the next day I tried to find it, and he was not there anymore. So I hope, and this was he though, but it was not there anymore. So I hope when I go back I have to do more, and then, but I'm sure it has had a deep effect in my core, and I really appreciate for arranging this, for encouraging us to come, and for all of the things, all of you guys, each one of you, really, thank you. A lot of knowledge from you, from your wisdom, from all of you guys. My partner. My partner was so, Usually we don't have this kind of hugs, you know. It is so beautiful to be able to freely hug another person, and then to feel so relaxed, you know. Right now we cannot touch even each other, so it was very open, heart opening for me. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So I think I tried to be vulnerable on the first day, explain what was going on with me. I think overall this retreat was quite difficult. I think I felt very uncomfortable most of the time. But it was individual conversations with people that always pulled me back and made me feel like I belonged and this is the right path. And I really appreciated all these individual people that I was able to connect with. Overall, what I loved the most is just being inspired by everybody else, because like everybody's in a different stage, but just knowing kind of like what the next step is, and whether it's like 1 step ahead, 5 steps, 100 or 1,000 steps, it's like, oh, okay, this is what it looks like. And I think that clarity is really helpful, because at the end of the day, I realized like, this is just, it's practice, right? And the more we practice, the more we can get out of it. I don't know if it's a linear journey or exponential, it doesn't matter, but there's like this forward movement, and you kind of see with this group kind of what that looks like. So I'm very grateful just to hear people talk about it. I think the reason why I felt uncomfortable is like, this is like new language, and like, I listened to people, and I was like, of course, it's English, but like, what are you talking about? I haven't heard before. And these concepts that you have this very high conviction about is like, I haven't heard anybody else talk about it. And so I think I really appreciate it, and I think that's what really made me feel uncomfortable, because I didn't feel like I had anything to offer. And obviously the irony here is that our presence is all we need to offer. But in terms of like the knowledge, the experiences, I felt like I'm learning so much from everybody else. I also want to just thank both of you. I think what I found really interesting is just the dynamic between the two of you, and just like how you complement each other. And I just loved seeing that, because it's so unique and obviously brought us together, and it facilitated this, and it's created this very rich experience. And Cavalli, obviously, thank you. We just met a few weeks ago, and the fact that I'm here, it's just like wonderful. The thing I said is that I've been on this like 4-year journey. I think mostly I felt lost. I didn't know what to do, and so I think this is it, and that's like part of the journey. And just seeing everybody else and seeing like this commonality that we all have is that there's this seed inside of us. I guess this higher. Part of us, and it's very present in all of us, and it's just wonderful to see, to connect, and know that this is one thing we have in common. So I just want to thank everybody, and for reaching out to me when you saw me, and just for sharing your experience, and just for being you. So thank you.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I just want to say that I disagree with you that you don't have any knowledge to share. Because you did share, like you were sharing about the Vipassana thing, and I was like, wow, that's so deep and so profound that you had this experience there. I never did Vipassana before. I was like, wow, like I don't even think I could do that. Like, so I just wanted to kind of you saying that you didn't have anything to share, that wasn't my experience.
Neither mine. Yeah, I was profoundly moved in our conversations yesterday. I mean, you showed me things that illuminated things about my confidence in the astrology session, that blind spots that I have that if you're like mine and so creatively different than all the rest of us, like I want to honor that, because I think it's brilliant the way that you speak and the words that you use and the analytics, linear, exponential. Like I just feel like I'm back in my calculus course in high school. It's not a linear retreat, so it's so much better.
Really, your
So
compassion is
can you
the
take
gift.
that in?
Yeah.
Can you take that in? Just take that in for.
He's very sweet. It's not about the external understandings either. It's about your heart, and you have a really big heart.
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
And then the last he was giving me the key. I got the key from him, and then we both. He said, "I gave the key." He said, "When did you give it?" And I said, "Maybe I didn't give it." And he said, "Yeah, I saw you give it." It is you. I go, wow. And we were lost on the direction. He knows exactly the direction.
Exactly.
He has, and I really kind of you're my role model kind of thing. Really, I take one thing from you that I should pay attention to the environment and such a good body. You have you affected all of us, at least for me a lot.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You have a very grounding energy, and your self-awareness is very, very inspiring.
Satnam.
As an experience, we just do like 20 seconds of silence just to ground. I have so many thoughts, I just don't know where to begin. So changing my sharing after every single person because it's like a different perspective, and I want to integrate it all. But I'm gonna just channel God right now for me. What that means to me is that every person that I was able to connect on a deep basis, and family I didn't get to touch into deeply because your family I see every single day. But every other person that I don't know as deeply as family is like, it was incredible. Every single conversation, it was like almost too much at times. 2 nights ago when I had a conversation with you and then you, and then probably you, and then maybe you, and then you. It was just boom, 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 boom. And I was like, I don't know how to process all this. So that's what I'm going to process for the rest of the year. And until the next retreat, if I'm invited. So, and yeah, my mind is blown. Like the cap of the roof is just like I'm driving a convertible in my mind. Like, and it's incredible. The late night conversations with you, the conversation I had with you outside right now, it's just, and then your dance moves, they're just tremendous. Dance moves.
I agree.
Like in moving on the camera, I saw like you shimmy and you have your shirt there and like, it looks good, yeah. It looks good. Yeah. And so there's so many things I could say and then there's nothing I could say at all because it's just, like I could say everything, I could say nothing, if that makes sense. And then you're wonderful with the gong, Nihal. I remember you said you practiced and you learned how to do the gong last year. And I'm sure you're watching the time, so I'm gonna wrap it up. But thank you all for being like such a big part of my journey in this lifetime. And I have to say that the astrology was maybe one of the most impactful experiences of my life. She calls herself a wordsmith, and I see it so truly. The way she uses her words so consciously, and the vibration that she carries with her, and just walking with her on the hike was just a tremendous gift. And I see that in each and every one of you, and I mean that with my full heart. And I want that to be well received. Yeah. Satnam.
I didn't know what to expect from this retreat, honestly. I never have practiced, well, now I did it for 4 days, but this type of practice, I thought maybe it could be boring, or maybe I was scared to maybe not connect with the people over here because maybe they were like way ahead of me or way too connected. And, or maybe that I was in a different place compared with other ones. But it was impressive that I was able to connect with all of you. Like, yeah, I feel that I know you, all of you. Like maybe I spoke more with a few of you more or maybe less, but it was good enough to just connect with each of you. Thank you, Miguel, for inviting me to this retreat. He was the person who sent me an email and said like, hey, Beth, this is going on, like, you should join us. And I was like, what? Wait? Oh, I don't know what to say. And then I just talked to Sebastian, like, what do you think? He was like, okay, I don't know, if you want to, let's do it. I'm like, okay, this is happening. Okay, this is the sign. This is the universe telling me something, you know? I'm being asking for calls or for, you know, like signs, help, you know, in my journey. So it just came, right? It just came and really helped me to heal, open, understand a lot of what's going on right now in my life and what I need to do. And I really appreciate that you guys helped me to connect with this. Cavalia, your words, your wisdom to say, or to help me how to navigate, or how to work with my emotions, you know, how to cultivate or explore, okay, what's going on? I'm feeling angry or feeling sad. Why? That really helped me a a lot. I'm dealing with so many emotions, and sometimes they get really stuck in me. So that tool really helped me to, just appreciate them. They are emotions, and for some reason they're there, and we just need to connect with them. And thank you so much for that huge tool. Nihal, wow. I was never so sore in my life with this exercise. I was like, how much can I push or go through this? But wow, then I learned that I was able to do it. And yesterday's session, oh my God, I never knew that through movement and just be sitting, I could feel ecstasy. I was like, oh my God, what's this? And then just hearing her, just her voice, and all you guys just relaxing, and I was quite aroused. I wasn't like, this, gosh, it was. That was mind blowing to feel that. I was like, yoga, Kundalini, ecstasy. I want to do this often, feel that. That was like, whoa. And then Alika, wow, he really helped me to understand my body, how all these emotions that I'm being just constraining, just keeping their house, making my body not work properly or living in such a huge pain constantly. And he really helped me to just get out so much shit inside of me, so much. And I really appreciated that. He was very supportive, and he guided me a lot. And just the smiling, you were always smiling, making jokes. That was special for me, And you as well. You were an angel all the time, walking and smiling. I was like, how? How is that possible? And it reminded me to smile. So I'm like, okay, wait, to smile. Smile more often. And I really connected with all of you guys, really, all of you. Thank you so much. Really, my life feels fulfilled right now. Thank you. And I connected more with Sebastian. I could understand a little bit more about his stuff. So looking forward to yeah.
Mundo.
Sophie.
Same. And this morning I'm feeling
You want to come up front?
very
Yeah,
emotional.
come and sit here.
I wanted to record you so I can see you again. So
Okay. Oh, it's the internet.
So you're gonna talk behind the camera? Oh.
yeah, I wanted to talk behind camera.
Okay.
So you do the camera on each side.
Thank you all. I go home richer than when I came. I really needed going to retreat. First of all, thank you, Kundalini and Nihal, for calling me to be a part of this. For attracting me to your temple. And it's like a reaffirmation that I am in the right path, and that all the work that I have been doing is paying off, and that I just keep finding these beautiful people that help me and help us and help each other to create community and to bring the healing that we need.
But it's funny because it also means treat again. And I feel that that's what we did here. We just treated, it was a treat for all of us. And then the other thing is that when people talk about retreats, they think about disconnecting, I want to disconnect, I want to go to a retreat, I want to disconnect for a few days. And what we're seeing here is the total opposite, is reconnecting. So it's connection. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Cause
Merriman was saying we should use the word pilgrimage.
Oh,
I like that. we're gonna chant these calls. It's a releasing mantra. Inhale. Exhale. And Satnam.
Just gather.
Where's our photographer?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, you want to be that guy? Yeah, oh, that guy. Dude, that's okay. Now I don't know.
We need more layers.
It's like a funnel. This is what's
Oh, boy.
It's a more people
The
come
three of
inside.
us
Yeah.
just saw behind.
Exactly.
Oh.
I love it. Thank you, Mendel, for your kind words. That was awesome. Nice conclusion. You thought about each one of us.
And everything you said about us, Mendel, is also true about you.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you for your conditioner. It can smells delicious.
Thank you, Mendel, for taking a shower.
Is that for jamming?
You guys are great cuddlers. This is our strength.
Sorry about that. I didn't know I was grabbed. Do it again.